I'm not even gonna say much about this because it's bomb. I like to eat pizza and I can't ride a bicycle. Take 55. I'm having a bad day. It's about time that I get my way. Hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Rukayya Idris. If you can't pronounce it, don't worry, I know the feeling, took me a while as well. So today what I have for you is movies and series recommendations, and I've been wanting to do this for a very long time because I watch a lot of movies and I think you will benefit from my perspective. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. Oh, don't forget to like, subscribe, all those things, you know, support your girl. Okay, so we're going to be like breaking this down, and the kinds of films I watch aren't really like organized, so I don't really have a way of telling you that, oh, this is horror, I'll just like be explaining it while I'm talking about the movies or the series because they're not really organized. I'm not like an action or love. Yeah, I'll be explaining it. So the first genre or the first type we have is movies, just movies. And the first one on the category is Dr. Death. So now, Dr. Death is based on a true life story about a doctor that, well, kills his patients. Not really kills, but just like he harms them, like irreversible harming kind of thing. And they noticed it, like you would hardly find a patient of his that went out and was fine. So I think that's what triggered me, the fact that it was an actual person that was doing that to his patients. But yeah, the characters, all of them superb, 5 stars, completely recommend. So next on the list is Fresh. Fresh is actually a horror movie, and I don't really want to explain because I feel like explaining kind of like gives away key details. So if you like horror, you will love this. I know I'm giving you a creepy smile. You will love it, trust me. Third on the list is Spiderhead. Spiderhead just recently came out, and if I'm being honest, the major reason why I watched it was because of Thor. I am forgetting his real name. I am forgetting his Chris Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth. He is ooh la la. But yeah, you would love it. It's a like huge play on the mind and things like that. You know, it's very interesting. The fourth movie I have to recommend is The Gray Man. Right? Yeah, The Gray Man. And again, the main reason why I watched this was because Ryan Gosling, Chris Evans, Jessica Henwick, Reggie Page. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that well, but the guy from Bridgerton. If you haven't watched Bridgerton, go watch it. So yeah, he is inside, a lot of stars, and it was really interesting, action-packed, content-packed. You know, these days, I feel like we hardly find movies with like plots and twists, but this one, yes, I recommend. And then the last one on the movies list is Hustle. I don't know, I think most of these movies I just watching them because of the characters that are inside. So Adam Sandler is in this one, and it's about like, you know, I don't know if you've watched Creed, but yeah, it's like Creed, you know, all this not really, yeah, wrestling, like all this sports themed kind of thing, you know, all like sports kind of thing, you know, hustling, working out, fine men, I mean. So I think watching this kind of made me realize that a lot of athletes that we see that, oh yeah, they're killing it on the field and stuff, it doesn't just happen overnight. Like, it actually takes them time, a lot of training for them to get to where they are, and like the process of coaches and teams finding those great athletes, it's no joke. So yeah, I completely recommend that as well. So that's it for the movies. Now the next category is short series. The first one is Why Women Kill. Now this is relatively old, but oldie but a goodie. It's an oldie but a goodie. Now I know you're probably like, oh, why women kill, that just sounds very bad. And I'm like, it's interesting, it's funny, it's entertaining, it's action, kind of action. But yeah, it's a really entertaining film. And I know the title is like a bit leading, like, okay, this is what it's entirely about. But watching it will make you realize that there are a lot of reasons why women kill. Next on the list is You Don't Know Me. And this is a British series that recently just came out on Netflix. It is interesting in the sense that it messes with your brain. It's kind of about love, but I wasn't really a love person, so I focused on the other part of it, and like drugs. I feel a lot of black British movies, British series that have to do with black people mostly surround about like the hood, drugs, like how it circulates, and it really shows you how Africa and diaspora survive outside of Africa. So I recommend. Then the next item, the last one on the short series list, is Anatomy of a Scandal. And this one is also a British series, short series. It's just like 4 or 5 episodes. All the short series are not long, and like it's kind of like a movie, but like divided parts of the movie. So in Anatomy of a Scandal, what basically went on is this huge political man was accused of rape and stuff, and it kind of explains to you how most people don't really know what consent means. And there was a time, I think last year or this year, where people were like talking about it, like what really is consent. If she says, oh, I want to have sex with you, and then like she goes back, is that consent? Like what is it? So the series kind of like explains how sometimes we think we have consent, but we really don't. So I recommend as well. So the next category is good series. Again, you know, I watch a lot of horror, normal films, love, sitcoms, rom-coms. So trying to divide them is just a hassle. I'm trying to make this short. So yeah, good series. The first is Manifest. Now, they're not really done with Manifest. I know that's a bit of a turn off for people that, you know, like watching films, but it's very interesting. I promise you will not regret watching it. It messes with your mind. It's like up till now, like when season 3, I don't know what's going on. I have absolutely no idea what is going on, but it is interesting. It's interesting to feel like, oh, I'm getting what is happening, and then realizing I don't have it. Isn't that the whole process of being alive, like realizing that you don't know what is going on? So I really recommend it. It's good. The next is Big Bang Theory. I'm not even gonna say much about this because it's bomb. It's bomb. And do you know what I thought? Because Big Bang Theory, like when you hear Big Bang Theory, kind of like that's all science and stuff. So you feel like, oh, if you're an art student, you wouldn't really like it. That's what I thought, but it blew my mind. It is so funny. If you even understand sarcasm a little bit, you will enjoy this series with your entire heart, and you learn things as well. So it's not just like, oh, I'm wasting my time, I'm just watching this. You will learn so many things that you never actually thought you needed to learn. So yeah, I recommend. The next item on the list is Vikings. This is also something I feel like I don't need to explain much. So Vikings is set in like I don't really know dates like that, but yeah, it's in Europe, and you know, before presidents and monarchs came into existence, just people, villages, towns, and stuff like that. So I think when you hear Vikings, you think about, oh, barbarians. So yeah, it's kind of like barbarians, people with pagans, people with like no religion and stuff like that, and it builds on that, you know. So from having no religion, they meet people that practice Christianity, people that practice Islam. I think the part where they show the people that practice Islam was just my favorite by far, and that kind of made me want to watch like the entire series. So I recommend. So the fourth series I'm recommending is Umbrella Academy. I'm sure you've been hearing about that, which like kind of shifts to the last series I have, which is Stranger Things. So like the two of them, so Stranger Things and Umbrella Academy are really talked about now, and for good reasons, because they are very interesting. And I think for me, like when it comes to Umbrella Academy, it's nice watching people watching people think about ways to like help themselves, help their families, help the world. You know, if you like heroes and villains, this is a good series to watch. And then Stranger Things, I think for me Stranger Things is how they always top themselves. Watching season 1, I thought, oh, season 2 is not going to be as interesting. Blew my mind. Season 3, amazing. Now we just watch it. So the next category is cartoons. I see. This is why I don't talk to a lot of people in my life, because whenever you say, oh, cartoons, they're like, oh, cartoons are for kids. If you watch some cartoons that are out these days, trust me, you will not have that opinion. So the first cartoon I have is Big Mouth, and please do not watch this if you are below 18. Funny, again, if you understand sarcasm, you will love this. So in Big Mouth, we have like kids that are going through puberty and like trying to figure themselves out, or what is normal, what is not normal. And I keep saying this, like I feel every kid should have watched this series while growing up, because it makes you understand that all those feelings you thought you had that was very weird and very messed up is actually very normal. So yeah, kids going through puberty. Big Mouth. The next item I have is Boondocks, and I have memorized the words. To tell you how much I love that series, I have memorized the words. Boondocks is about like a granddad and a grandfather and his 2 grandkids, and how like they are in this new neighborhood, they're trying to get accustomed to it, being like race having a very huge impact on their lives all the time, and them just being 100% of who they are. If you think about the most sexist, racist, anti-Semite thing you've ever heard, combine it, that's Boondocks. And they make it seem so funny. And the last one in my cartoon category is Rick and Morty. Again, most of the reason why I watch this cartoons are because it's batshit funny. So Rick and Morty is about, Rick is the granddad and Morty is the grandkid. So Rick is this intelligent man that is taking his grandson through all his adventures and all his life. And it doesn't sound as interesting when I'm explaining it, but it's very good. I recommend it. So last on the category is Nigerian movies. And this is for my friends who like Nigerian movies. I'm not really a huge fan, but there are some good ones that can't just be missed. So the first one is Glamour Girls. Glamour Girls recently came out on Netflix and it is bomb. And so to be honest, I didn't really want to watch it at first until I saw a reel of it on Instagram, and I was like, this woman is funny. Like, this babes is funny. So, and I decided to watch it, and it did not disappoint. I expected more, but it did not disappoint. It's kind of like Ocean's 8, all this, you know, women stealing money, mad money, all those type of things. Very interesting. The next on my list is The Therapist, and The Therapist is done by Rita Dominic, who recently got married. Oh my god, if she's watching this, I know she will never watch it, but I'm so happy for you. She got married to this rich man. I am getting off point. So Rita Dominic, she acted this superbly. Again, I expected more from this, but well, it did not disappoint. I mean, there was this really fine man there. It was good. It was good. And again, it had something to do like women getting money and like being back bitches all the time. I mean, so yeah, it was very interesting. I recommend. And then the next one, last on my list of movies entirely, is Selina. And Selina is this very, I don't want to say poor, but like she's struggling, you know, Lagos hustle and all of that. And then she gets a job as a maid, and then she meets this nice man. You know what I'm talking about. And it is very funny, her accent and all of those stuff. I think anyone that appreciates humor will love this. So yeah, those are my list of movies. Thank you so much for watching. I'm planning to do like a law series recommendations, law movies recommendations, so stay tuned for that one. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you try and watch some of the movies, and if you do like them, comment below so I could do more of these in case you want. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in my next video. Adios.